whisper it. Ooh, 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 toy rage.
Hey, we're 12 minutes late. We had a little bit of a tech issue.
Back to consistency.
Back to tech problems. I'm your host, Michael Gingrasso for the Toy Rage Podcast. And joining me is my inebriated friend. Sorry, my pre-hungover friend.
Yeah, I'm not hungover yet.
And you're not pre-hungover.
Yes.
And you're not hungover. You're not pre-hungover yet.
Does everybody know what drunk means? No, hungover means? It means you're drunk. No, it means I was drunk yesterday.
Very, very important to know.
Very important.
Am I going to camera 1 or camera 2?
Camera one,
camera 2.
Camera
two.
one.
All right. So, I am your host, Michael Gingrasso for the Toy Rage Podcast. And join me as always is
Andrew Dalibor.
See, I wanted to do that first before we rant for like 30 minutes and nothing happens.
I think you just wanted to steal my thunder of awkwardly introducing us.
You know what? How about here? Do you want to do a Dungeon Master introduction?
No.
Okay.
Markin's gone. Okay, he's gone.
Markin is
Markin, the Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Is gone, He-Man.
Hey, did you know that? Did Mike get? Actually, I lost 2 pounds. Wow, thanks for being nice. I was going to talk about you going to Coachella, but with an attitude like that, I don't think I'm going to talk about that anymore.
I got a serious hair wave going on. It's like tidal wave. It's like tsunami wave going on.
I hope it's a wonderful wave.
It's a wonderful wave.
Hats make me look chubby. Look, I am a streamer,
And
not
a dreamer.
Not a dreamer. I don't know how to dream. Yeah, she saw Beyonce.
Did you see Sasha Fierce?
Did you see? I don't get it.
2 Irish roses.
Well, that was good. How you feeling, Andrew?
Well, I'm feeling terrific.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm feeling terrific.
Yeah?
You know,
Why is that?
I'm loving my wonky weather of 72 degrees one day and then snow the next. That was fun.
That's exciting.
That was really fun.
I'm jealous.
I'm excited that we're gonna talk about JJS2. That there's gonna be some raging going on. That's a good preview right there.
Just take a lighter in my mouth. Just pull.
And light it.
Just do it. Why not?
And
What's the worst that can go on?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We got some PAX talk.
Yeah,
for the
talk
evening.
about
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, talk about EGs, and also I got this postcard.
Shit. You know what that
Liberties?
means? Awkward 30-year-old male touching panels.
You know, we didn't have a song today, Andrew. As a great segue from that comment.
Toy Ridge me, come Toy Ridge and fly away. There we go. I had a little. Oh, poops come from the butt. You can't request poops come from your butt. Poops come from your butt is a folk song that's sang around a campfire with lots of bourbon, or when I'm passing time when Mike is ignoring me. That's one of my favorite songs. Poops come from the butt. Remember poops come from the butt?
I remembered it 3 times today. So, just in case anyone forgot.
Twice was solid, one was loose.
So, just quickly touching upon what Rose is saying. Also, Rose, I need to get your address so I can mail you the Guild Wars stuff I got for you. My shirt is wrong. Oh, no. So, hold on. Wait. Because I love eating. This is one of the things I got from PAX. It's the Bridget shirt. And it's awesome. Crazy story. One of Tori's friends actually did the design for this shirt. Apparently. I believe her.
Oh, should we talk about t-shirts real quick?
This show is sponsored in part by us.
Sponsored by
us.
unemployment.
Sponsored by Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the wonderful shirt initially added called "Fuck You, James,"
Yes.
which was highly requested and no one bought it, but it's still there.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah.
We spent time to buy.
Well, Unster did it.
Oh, good.
Unster spent time.
I mean, Unster. Just give us credit. Don't worry. This is it's a selling point. We don't mean it. All right. But we spent so much tax refund dollars designing this shirt.
Meaning,
Everybody,
yeah.
buy an FU James shirt.
But there's another shirt that actually sold.
Yes.
It is,
and I can't believe it.
and no one gets it except for like 6 people.
It's okay. It's not. It's a great shirt.
So we play Monster Hunter with this guy Raleigh, who says he listens to the podcast and watches the show, but he doesn't anymore. I think Andrew said something. I don't know. So
what? You said something. What did you say?
I didn't say anything. I said, "Did you watch the show?" He goes, "I missed it," and then he never watched again. So
he'll watch.
He has a Monster Hunter character named Ken Sunshine.
Do you know why he named it Ken Sunshine?
I have no idea why he named it Ken Sunshine.
Well, first of all, you know his Palico, right?
Yes.
Okay, so his Palico is like Tommy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking on Monster Hunter what his name should be. And I was like, what's the male version of Barbie? And he goes, I think it's Ken. I was like, okay, but what's his kid brother? So his Palico and him is Ken and Tommy. But we couldn't find a last name for him. So he was like, let's do Sunshine. So that's the story of Ken Sunshine.
Wow.
Everybody clap.
So
Ken Sunshine, everybody.
And thank you, Ken Sunshine. So
and it's all thanks to Ken Sunshine.
It's all thanks to Ken Sunshine because we were doing some monster. I forgot what it was. It was probably Diablos, and he died like 3 times.
Oh, so many times.
And we lost, and we're just like, well, I guess it's all thanks to Ken Sunshine. And then no matter what,
stuck around.
Just
stuck around.
It did, because it's such a good name. And even when we lost, he died, I died, Andrew died, whoever died.
It's all thanks to Ken Sunshine.
It's all thanks to Ken Sunshine. Now
it's like the new thanks to Zomba, except
it's
only applies to Monster Hunter.
Exactly. Or now it could apply to anything else. Just get the shirt and you'll never know.
Here's what we want to do. So we made this shirt for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
We want to spread this. And what we're trying to do is maybe we'll do like a change.org petition. So whenever you lose a match in Monster Hunter, we have a very beautiful like RPG design. Instead of it saying like you fail or you retreat, it just pops up as, and it's all thanks to Ken Sunshine.
Or whoever got the most deaths. Whoever got the most deaths.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks, whoever got the most deaths.
Thanks, you're Ken Sunshine.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make Ken Sunshine the equal of the worst Monster Hunter in your group. So
we would like that.
Spread the. It's all thanks to Ken Sunshine.
Now, the funny part about the whole Ken Sunshine, the funnier part, which is still terrible, and the only reason it's funny is because I messed up so bad. So I was having connection issues, and one of the fixes I read online was that I need to start a new character, get to a save point in Monster Hunter, then switch back to my old one. So I was joking with Ken Sunshine, saying his antithesis, his antagonist would be Ben Moonshine. So you have Ken Sunshine and Ben Moonshine, right? So I go and I make Ben Moonshine. And I get to the end and everything else. I quit the game, I save it, I quit. I go back to the loading screen and I realized I misspelled Moonshine and it actually says Ben Monshine.
It's very Korean of you.
So I don't even know how to spell properly. So it's all thanks to Ben Monshine. And thank you, Lorander, for watching and following.
Thank you for listening to our rambling Monster Hunter name generation.
Is this what you're looking at? Someone's typing in pizza, and I have a Domino's box, but it's just lava cakes, which are fantastic. Look,
you need new pizza, man.
Wow, that is just way harsh, Ty.
Yeah, she's just so mean.
That's really mean. Like I don't know why I'd bother. I don't know. Thanks, Rose. So I don't know. Let's talk about PAX real quick. I went for a couple
Yeah,
days.
let's go to
Why not?
PAX.
Why not? I went for a couple days. Rose pointed out a Guild Wars 2, and if you play Guild Wars 2, the display that they had was absolutely incredible. It was this giant, like, owl beast mount that you can go and climb up on, and then just take pictures and wave to your adoring fans. So
Mike was waiting for it to take off.
it didn't. In
No,
fact,
Mike,
they told me
it
to get
didn't.
down. They told me to get down. Said I'm waiting for this to fly and take me to the other side.
Sir, it's not taking off.
Griffin. What? It's sir. This inanimate object. It's not flying.
It's not flying.
And that's
ever.
not cool. But it was nice. It was a way for me to go and stop by while I was trying to get a map. Now, I don't know why they did this, but at PAX East, there's no maps at the front of the building. You actually have to go down the stairs, halfway through, make a left, and then you'll find the map. So you need a map to get to the maps.
Where was PAX East?
It was in Boston this year.
B-Town.
Yeah, B-Town.
Beantown.
A lot of B happening there. I don't even know what that means.
What up, dope?
What up, Lee? Talking about that PAX East life. PAX. So
Talk about his PAX East Coast rap battles.
PAX East Coast, East Side.
That's not an E. That's
sorry,
not an E.
It's a reverse camera. East Side.
That's still not an E.
East Side.
Still not an E.
Okay, so it looks like an E.
Yeah.
It looks like an E. Okay.
That's a porn E. That's a porn E.
It's a pony.
It's a pony.
It's a pony.
Yeah, that's right.
But why not?
My little porny.
So moving on, because that's probably going to attract a lot of fans. By the way,
Hashtag my little porny. Everybody, let's start it.
No, let's not start that. No.
And put a picture of Mike's face.
Andrew, I know we want fans, but let's not go with my little porn. That's a terrible idea. When you walked into PAX, this is the first PAX I ever really went to. Originally, this was made by Penny Arcade to help bring light to, if I remember right, to like smaller developers, independent developers. And now when you go, you look down the stairs and it's just Blizzard, Sony, Microsoft, there's a Nintendo. So you have to go through all these major, huge gaming companies to actually get to like the smaller independent part now.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a little bit disheartening when it comes to it, because it's supposed to focus on more of like the smaller stuff. That's what I really liked about PAX Unplugged, where it's all just board games. That's it. And they did actually have a board game section, but the board game section was at the way back of everything. So you had to trek through everything, big games, small games, and everything, just to get to the board game section. And it kind of was.
I think to that point, that's why they created the other PAX convention for just board gaming. Because there's so much now between board gaming and video games that they had to.
Yeah, because board games are over the last, in recent 1 year or so, it's just taken off so much more. There's so many more board games on Kickstarter and just being independently funded. The release date for it is just crazy. Also, what's up, Hot Croissant?
Hi, Hot Croissant.
Hot Croissant, I have a suggestion for you. If you can remake these lava cakes, that would be fantastic. Please, I'm fat and I need more.
Don't worry, guys. It's not vodka. It's water.
These are lava cakes from Domino's. So that's it. It's just that, and we'll take a bottle of it, and it has chocolate fudge in the middle. Not like I admitted to being fat. It's like admitting the sun is hot. Fake news.
Fake news.
Well, I missed that stream, and now you have to do it again. And then send them to me. I'm going to be your special guest for that one.
Can you send me some hot lava cakes?
Stop it. No. Just me.
Hot cake. Why?
So
I need lava cakes.
I will tell you what I really liked about PAX was I've been talking occasionally about a game called Detroit Becoming Human.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
It's from the people who did Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, and Beyond Two Souls. What?
I wanted food.
Oh. Andrew need wingy? I have wings here if you want some wings.
Okay, send them over.
Also, I've been told to go to a place called Angus Barn.
Angus Barn.
Yes, barn. It looks like a barn. It says Angus Barn, and apparently it's a steakhouse with a gun museum.
You live in the South.
And apparently, while you're waiting for a table, you can go on a tour of the gun museum.
Oh yeah.
Before you get your food.
Nothing works up an appetite like a good old fashioned shotgun.
Oh,
doohickey.
Hacker-san, I will take you out to a steak dinner, and we will just live stream the entire thing. We will go through the gun museum, and we will just see how southern it could be here. This is on the border of southern, but when I heard about that today, Dunsey. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about PAX. So Detroit becoming human. The entire PlayStation booth was like 40 demos of Detroit becoming human, and just the attention it was getting, the crowd it was drawing, absolutely amazing. I didn't get to play because the lines are kind of long, but there was, oh my god, Andrew, this game.
I can't wait, man.
I am taking off for a week, and I'm going to stream this game like right through, which I'm going to lie about. I'm probably just going to work and then just play by myself in the dark.
Yeah, well, pants off, dance off party for Mike.
Yeah. Dark Souls on Switch was there, which unfortunately reported today is being pushed back to summer. So apologies to all Switch owners. You cannot throw your Switch on the go while playing Dark Souls. You're going to have to wait several more months before you can break your system. Things happen, right?
For a reason.
I know Andrew is very upset about that.
I'm not going to get it still.
Are you sure? It's Dark Souls on your Switch.
Let me check. Hold on. Let me check. Hey, Layla, am I getting Dark Souls? Yeah, she said no either.
Okay, well, she's not your mom, so.
Well, she makes a lot of decisions around this house.
She does. Okay? Well, she also makes a lot of decisions around this business. Layla is the
I know.
Layla is the HR person
and strategy.
Yeah, she's big on strategy. She plays StarCraft.
It's actually pronounced strategy.
Strategy, in little puppy language. So good for her. I mean, she does a lot of hard work, and that's great. Rose got a PS4 on Friday.
Get out.
Yo, Rose. Girl. Just
hit me up.
Andrew and I.
PS game, yo.
Yeah, we're gonna send you our gamer tags. No, sorry, our PSN names. I can't say gamer tags. That's a Xbox thing, right?
Yeah, fuck that.
So wait, did you get God of War on Friday, or you're getting it on Friday? Because God of War, I thought God of War came out on Tuesday, which would be today.
It came out today?
No, Friday it comes out.
Oh, thank God.
It comes out on 420, man. So
420, man.
420, man. So it's coming out on Friday, so people can actually go to work for the entire week, and then leave.
I can't wait for God of War.
Getting the PS. Oh, so you didn't get it yet. You're getting it on Friday. All right. So that's cool. I got to look that up because that sounds really awesome. Also, Rose, you should totally get...
Marco. Hey, Marco.
Yes,
Marco, can you hear me? Marco.
I can hear you, Clarence.
Marco.
Yes.
You know God of War? I've been training with my axe, Marco.
Yeah.
I throw it at my little brother. I only got 2 of his arms.
That's really impressive, Clarence.
He cried a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna hit any more arms.
How many arms does he have left, Clarence?
I don't know, Mike. I can't count that well, especially with my feet missing a couple of toes.
Why are your feet missing a couple of toes, Clarence?
Yeah. Frostbite, hunger. I like to donate to charity too, Michael.
You're a very giving person, Clarence, and that's absolutely wonderful. Why don't you go give some love to your mother? Go.
Michael, that's disgusting.
Why don't you just give us some free time and go away?
Bye, Michael.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, Clarence.
Get God of War. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Clarence, for that sponsorship from God of War that we don't have. We really appreciate it. It's absolutely amazing.
We just netted $0 off of that advertisement. $0.
Terrible.
And that's why we have "Fuck You, James" T-shirts.
It would be great if Kratos translated to James.
I think that's a good T-shirt. we have Clarence throwing an axe, and he goes, "Well, at least I only hit 2 arms."
We're still working on the first Clarence shirt.
Oh my god, everybody,
The girl,
you're gonna love the Clarence shirt that's coming out. This is
yeah,
honestly going to be one of our grandest T-shirts.
yeah. The artist that I got to do it is delivering just above and beyond what I was hoping for. So
and they're completely into it.
mhm.
They totally get it, and you guys are gonna love it.
and we can't lie about it. It really is all thanks to Ken Sunshine. So
It's thanks to Ken Sunshine.
thanks, Ken Sunshine. You're the best.
Thank you, Ken Sunshine.
Yeah. There is one game I am looking very forward to that I did get to play at PAX, and it's called I think it's just Shapes and Beats. That's it.
That's my that's how I live my life, Mike.
You know what? You're gonna love this game. Have you ever played Geometry Wars?
No.
First of all, and have you played Super Hexagon? I'm gonna take that's a no. Okay, so this game it feels just like Geometry Wars and a little bit of Super Hexagon, where the music in it, Andrew, is absolutely amazing. And
I think my high school teacher tried to make a game in the classroom called Hexagon Wars, and I think we got the same reaction of, lame.
You know what? After this, I'll play some Super Hexagon for you.
Okay, cool.
How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan.
Wow,
Mike.
wow. You're welcome about that. So that's one of the games I'm looking forward to. I did get to hear back from the developer. Hopefully, we will be able to work together, and I'll be able to get them on here to start doing interviews. And that's one of the good things. I was able to talk to a couple of people, including some people that Indie Mega Booth worked with when they were doing Caffeine, where I was helping Maria out with it too, and they were very excited to come back to Caffeine, and so we did exchange information. So, guys, you need to stay tuned. You need to follow our tweeters and just join, man. Come on, we're gonna be doing interviews.
We may talk with real people.
Yeah. Other than that, there were some other really good games over at PAX. I got to meet the people who do Porsche and Overcooked. My Overcooked hats.
Get the Overcooked hat.
I don't know where they are.
This is why we're not professional, Michael. You should be wearing that hat. Why are you wearing that shitty hat?
The humor in this.
Watching
I got
the
this
best hat.
I got this hat when they were doing a giveaway, and I was talking to the guy afterwards. And this hat is from. Sorry. There you go. Bebo. From Bebo or Bebo. What Bebo is, it's a program that lets you. It's like OBS and everything into one, so it makes streaming on Twitch that much eeasier. And if I streamed on Twitch, I would use it. So I'm just gonna wear their hat in the meantime. But hold on,
everybody. He's getting the appropriate attire for this evening.
Okay, no.
Typically, first of all, it goes with his shirt. Second of all,
I thought I saw the hat. It was not.
Tori, if you're watching, find this hat.
It was a plastic. It was a plastic bag.
This is not acceptable. First of all, you're wearing the wrong hat with the wrong T-shirt. You know that. You have an outfit going on.
I do.
Well, you had an outfit. If you had the right hat on, it would match your shirt. You look swole, man. So swole.
Like that. I did work out today, so you're welcome about that.
Send
you a list of games to get. Irish Rose, let me tell you this.
We
Overcooked?
Don't forget about Overcooked. Get Overcooked.
And don't forget about what?
Moon Hunter.
Moon Hunter. We should play that because we didn't get to play that before. So the woman actually gave us. I got 4 codes for the price of 2, so that was really nice. Because I said I want to play with my friend, and so I bought the 2, and then she goes, "Actually, here, take 2 more, so you guys can all play together with more people." It's a 4-player game. I didn't play it enough to actually give it a good review yet. So Andrew, I know Andrew's been busy. I've been busy.
We're always busy, but we should sit down and play that because I'm up to like I played my first Moon Hunter session. Mm-hmm. So here I'll give you a quick synopsis of the game. So the game I told this to Michael, but I don't think he agrees. It has a very Echo the Dolphin type feel to it, where it's a 2D game where it's a lot of exploration and a lot of memorization,
Yeah.
like Echo. It's
I only played
but
for like
I will
15
not
minutes.
say, I'm not saying it's an Echo the Dolphin game. It has a feel of Echo the Dolphin. I think it's much better than Echo the Dolphin.
But there's several different outcomes.
Yes.
From it.
So
that's
it
really
has
good.
this like multiple outcome type of a game.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about it is that you can play it solo, or you can play it with a group of 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very much a puzzle game, but it's very well written. That's the one thing I got out of it. Like, I've been reading like all like the dialogue between the characters, and it's very good.
Yeah. I need to play it a couple more times to actually like read more about it. But you can get different endings about how it comes out.
Yeah.
If Rose, I mean, I don't know Rose's situation when it comes to gaming online, how good your computer and your connection and everything is. But I think it's multiplayer online, if I remember right.
Yes, there is an online portion to the game.
The reason I started talking to the people who did Moonhunters actually wasn't because of Moonhunters. It's because of a game coming out in 2019 that they are doing. It is called My Boyfriend Dungeon, where you go and it's a dungeon crawler, and your swords and weapons turn into people that you can date, and the stronger your relationship with them, the stronger the weapon is.
So it's like that. There's an anime like that. Oh,
Thanks,
my
Hot
God.
Croissant. No, when I told her that, I go, that's just like this this thing that my
What
friend
anime?
reads.
Soul Eater. Soul Eater.
Is it?
Yeah. Soul Eater. Look it up. Bing Bang Boom. I got this.
Bing
it's like
Bang
Soul
Boom.
Eater.
There we go.
Bing Bang Boom.
And when I told her, I go,
Quote.
my friend watches an anime just like that. She's like, really? I'm like, look, girl, I really apologize. Your idea ain't that original.
That's what you said?
No.
No.
No, God, I want her to like me. Come on.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
That's an anime.
Okay. That is this anime. You have weapon. Your weapon? It turned into boys. You date your boys. This bullshit.
My son is like, Soul Eater is an anime. Boom. Snap. I don't know if I should be proud of that snap, but snap.
I don't know if that counts as a snapping thing.
What?
So when that happens, I'm pretty sure Nightingale, are you going to be streaming My Boyfriend Dungeon when it comes out?
Sure. Let's do it.
I think Nightingale is, or I'm going to do it and she's going to get really excited. One of the two. I told her she should do a Hamilton sing-along on here, but whatever. I was only at PAX. I'm just going to wrap this up. I was only at PAX for about 2 or 3 days. The cool thing was I did go to, this is crazy, I went to a bar by myself. What? I know. Went to the bar, went to the 4th floor. I sat by myself because I have no friends. And this girl sits next to me, and then she puts her purse to the tables on the left. And then about 15 minutes later, about 15 to 20 people show up. And I am just surrounded by all these people in the most awkward situation at first. And it just turns out that these are just people that Blizzard took out. And I ended up being in like the roped off VIP section where Blizzard ended up buying me drinks while I'm watching Overwatch League. Yeah, it was really scary.
Who was on OWL? Owl. I'm going to call it Owl. What was on Owl?
I have no idea. Some people, probably Koreans, playing. And I know New York was playing. New York team I think is all Koreans. Excelsior, yeah.
New York Excelsior. What?
Boston Uprising was playing. I think everyone was playing. But I don't think New York was going against Boston. I think Philly was there, and so was Shanghai Dragons. I think were on the match. I was barely paying attention because I was trying to be social and not like implode on myself.
They already have some scandals going on in that.
Oh yeah, a couple people have been already kicked out, and the problem is that when you're online and a streamer, people like to see certain kinds of personalities, especially when it comes to people that are playing these games. So they kind of get a little aggressive, and they do have even though they're really popular, they do have a sense of anonymity where there's really nothing at stake for them. Maybe they'll lose a couple people on the stream or whatever else.
Right.
But some of these people can't really differentiate between or stop what they were, and they keep
Right.
things going, and they don't realize that they are now this public figure that is representing a team that has social standards.
I mean, I have some association with one of these team owners, and he tells me it's the biggest leap for a lot of these kids.
Yeah. You're going from an anonymity to being in the quite literal spotlight of things, where what you say actually will have real life consequences.
Oh yeah, you're speaking a much larger soapbox, as they say.
Yeah. And I am jealous. Rose, isn't it awesome?
Okay, so here's the thing, Rose. Mike hasn't been to Benihana, I think.
Yes, I have.
When I invited you to Benihana so many times, and you always say no.
First of all, you invited me like twice. Secondly,
that is so many times.
I went there on.
I shouldn't even. It shouldn't even have to be two, Mike. It should have been the first time. Should have been a yes. Raise your hand if someone invites you to Benihana? You drop shit right there and then. Come on, can I get a hell yeah? Thank you, Rose. Benihana is like, is like let's go to a delicious food establishment that cooks for you and does fancy tricks, and the food is delicious. Do you notice how many places where they cook food and the food quality don't exactly match? Like, you would have some place that's very entertaining, but the food sucks. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to say it, but Benihana, no. Benihana, equally entertaining, equally delicious. This is right up Mike's alley. This is like food and entertainment.
Letting you know about.
He said no twice.
Letting you know about me and Benihana.
And this is bullshit, because this is
it's bullshit.
This is bullshit. Okay, they make shrimp fall into their pocket, and it's bullshit that Mike said no.
I am very sorry too. And Croissant, I'm also very jealous of you knowing all the head chefs and bartenders. It's way cooler than sometimes being within the board game industry. I was with my friend Sarah at PAX, and I went and I said hi to 3 or 4 board game and independent developers that I knew in front of her, like I was cool and everything. And it's
I think
just
I found the episode name. You
What?
Never turned down Benihana.
Done. There, the titular line. The titular line is never turn down Benihana.
Benihana.
But see, the thing with you, Croissant, is like it's cool in front of everybody. It's like, oh, I know the bartender, I know the chef, I know this. Me, it's just like, I know the person who did King of Tokyo, who also texted me before and said, sorry, I can't make the show again. She broke our hearts.
What? What happened?
Danny texted me before and said she can't watch the show again.
What happened? What did we do?
Oh, she just is always busy.
Yeah.
It's better that, oh my God. Repent. I'm going to put that on Discord later. Repenting showed me a screenshot. Also, hi, Repenting.
Oh my God, it's Repenting. It's past your bedtime.
Repenting, if you can you take that screenshot and can you post it in the Discord in general chat? There is a picture of me that is not me from Mr. Robot. And it is absolute. Yes. So Repenting's going to post it. So everyone, Repenting after you post it.
Did you find a celebrity doppelganger?
It is great. I showed it to Tori. I go, not me. And she goes, what? No, that's what?
You have a celebrity doppelganger. Everybody, give Mike a round of applause. Celebrity doppelganger from Mike.
Who's your celebrity doppelganger?
Oh,
Ralph Macchio? But you don't really look like Ralph Macchio?
No, it's not. It's
Oh, don't say things like that.
It's Dominic Cooper. I think that's what his name is.
Who the hell is Dominic Cooper?
This is.
You know what? That's fine. I don't want to know if you knew the guy's name from Mr. Robot.
He was in.
No idea.
Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
Well, that's good. Was he Abe Lincoln?
No, he was a part in it.
What's up, Raya? Pasted in Discord now. Posted.
Oh my God! It's so close.
You're watching. You see it?
It's so close.
Right, his hair's down, right? So hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Does he have glasses on?
Yes, you're fine. Just go to your right side. No, right side. All the hair right side. All the hair right side. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Creepy, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you have a little more. You have a little
Adult,
more.
did it ever occur to you that
You have a little snowflakes in your beard more than this guy. So it means like you have to start like dyeing your beard. But you got it. You got your celebrity doppelganger. Your iRobot, or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Robot Hacker or Robot Wars. What was
Mr.
it?
Robot, Mr. Robot,
Mr.
was.
Robot. I was yeah. 16th time is a charm.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. You know, I've been talking about bullshit for this entire time, Andrew.
Yeah. Well.
Let's unstill me about the show. By the way, good job, Uns. Good job.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Unst.
Yeah. Thanks for calling me out. Let's talk about Andrew's problem with Monster Hunter.
What is it?
That you don't think it's
which
enough
problem?
content. Well, that I can't beat KO or Dora, and that's the huge problem.
I mean, whatever. That's okay.
So
I mean,
Monster Hunter.
It's just I know there's a sore point for you, and I just like to press that button whenever I can. So I appreciate it, Mike.
I soloed Negrigante, by the way, the other day, and Diablos.
Oh, I have no problem. Oh no, Diablos. Diablos is my guy. But I mean, I don't care. I mean, you get angry. Like I just tell people. Like,
Because it's bullshit. But then again, it's just translation.
See?
By the way,
he gets angry about this.
here's a problem with it's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
When I face Diablos, I don't get angry. When Mike faces his Wind Dragon, it is bullshit.
The dragon is pure bullshit.
My phone blows up for like a solid half hour.
It's like Dan talking.
It's like Dan talk. Like and I know. Like this is. I was like, I found a button.
It's so bullshit.
I really found a button that I can push whenever I want, and it works.
I'm gonna beat this dragon. And
Pavlovian,
it never will happen again.
It's a Pavlovian response. I press this dragon Monster Hunter button, and Mike instantly gets enraged.
Jesus Christ! What was Andrew's button?
I have random buttons, like Mike not coming to Benihana. That's a button. Mike bringing a buffalo chicken pizza to a taco dinner. That's a button.
You never said don't bring pizza.
No, you motherfucker.
Saying. You never said don't bring pizza. Here was also a button. Here's also a button for Andrew. Finding out I'm adopted. Huge button.
That was
for Andrew. Mega button. The biggest button.
Pacific Rim 2 button.
Oh, that's a button for both of us. Okay, that's not an individual thing.
That's like the last resort button in those movies. You know, like catastrophic disaster. Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah, something like that.
I read. Guess what I wrote? I think someone plagiarized us, Mike. So I read this review about Pacific Rim 2, and they called it a cheap Transformers knockoff.
I mean, I don't really think they ripped this off, but it's pretty accurate.
Drop this mic; it's attached. But if I could, look, mic drop.
It would be even more hilarious if the mic actually fell off of that.
If
it actually fell, and then we couldn't get sound again, and then the show was over. That would be fantastic. No, there's a lot of buttons that we have, but let's go back to Monster Hunter.
We have. I mean, we're gonna talk about a button soon, but let's go to Monster Hunter.
Andrew has been feeling that there's not enough content or good content.
There hasn't. It's shitty because the game progression has happened so fast that the players have outpaced their content, and it's crap. Because I don't know if Mike is going to agree or not, but at a certain point in the game, you've come to this standstill of just grinding monsters to no end for, I guess you can say, armor or weapons, but you really don't need that armor or weapon. You really don't. You're at the point where you're beating these harder monsters, and it makes no difference. And frankly, there's this fucking bullshit event that just came out, the Spring Blossom event, and there's nothing of note to gain from this event other than cosmetics. And I don't have to repeat what my point of view on cosmetics is, but it's a waste of fucking time, in my opinion. I don't care. I don't care that my guy can look like Ryu from Street Fighter if it doesn't give me any additional benefit other than I look like Ryu from Street Fighter. Thanks a fucking $1 million. I don't give two rat's asses. You know what? Give me why Ryu? Why even fucking give me a better guy? Give me like M Bison or Vega. Vega would be sick because you have dual blades and Vega. Perfect. That makes sense. But this just Ryu? Fuck that. Fuck him.
Did I hear someone push someone's button? A couple.
Well, here it is a button. It is a button because I want to see shit.
You want me to push that button harder?
There's things that I want to see,
Andrew,
and they're like, let's make a flower festival. What?
Wait, you ready for this, Andrew? If you had a Street Fighter V save data, you would get the Ryu suit at the beginning that Monster Hunter came out.
Don't give a shit!
I'm just saying the cosmetic they were doing for this event, you could already have access to if you had Street Fighter V.
I don't give a stinky sack of donkey balls. I don't. I think it has nothing to do with the game.
What, Ryu? No. What they're doing is they're just pimping out copyright licenses that Capcom has. The next one is going to be Devil May Cry.
I get it. There's certain players that want to look like Dante. I get it. But here's the thing. The game is capping itself. They're capping themselves with content. There's nothing to do.
But that's the point of the game, to just constantly grind.
But it's not going anywhere now. You can't just give me tempered monsters and say, mission complete. We got this game on lock. No, you can't do that shit. You can't. It's boring. That's the definition of me being bored. It's bullshit.
I'll admit, going from low rank to high rank to tempered is kind of a pain in the ass when it's just a game that you're playing. Like I like how the bosses can get harder, but at the same time, like a Powwow Malu is still going to be annoying, but you can still beat him. Like it's not like whatever.
You can increase his hit points. Fine. All right. Fine.
You can increase his damage. Great. And you can augment your stuff. Like there is a point to it all, but at some point it is getting like a little frustrating, although I haven't been able to do it. The good news is that it's not like everyone has had time to completely obliterate every tempered monster, get all their augments and everything else. So I think with the release date or release schedule they have of their monster, where it's one monster every, I think Dan said is like month and a half, approximately, maybe like 2 months. Right. I think that's good. I think they need to do some garbage event, and then with the cosmetics, and then have a monster event. And I think that's what they're doing currently.
Here's the thing. I don't mind if they're doing that. Okay, I don't mind if there's, but they have to say that publicly. They have to say, look, every month and a half, every 2 months, or on a periodic basis, we're releasing a new monster. But the fact is, they're not saying that. So there's no guarantees about this model. There's really not. And for someone you're trying to maintain interest in the game, right? Mm-hmm. You have to give us that much news. You don't have to tell us what monster is coming out. You just have to let us know, like, here is our game plan for the game going forward. Every 45 days, a new monster is going to be released for a limited time. Mm-hmm. That makes sense in my opinion. But honestly, what they're doing right now is just like poking a bee's nest and hoping there's bees inside.
Why would you hope there's bees?
Where are the bees?
We're the bees.
Yeah. Hoping that it's going to create buzz.
Oh.
Because frankly, I don't think Th- That had multiple layers, Mike. You just didn't peel enough.
No, I
It's
went to the
fine.
first layer.
You just
I went to the layer of bees sting and they hurt. Why would you want to be stung by a bee?
The point is, if you're losing gamers because the game is becoming stale, and you don't tell people why they should stay within the game, you just have so many scenarios that have happened in the past. For instance, I'm going to give a perfect example. Mortal Kombat, what's it called? The Alliance Wars, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So, what a great concept for a fighting game to have like these alliance wars that constantly going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know where they failed? Content. They didn't put content forward that capitalized on those, so they basically created a stale game over time.
Mm-hmm.
No one talks about Mortal Kombat Online. No one does the online fighting on Mortal Kombat anymore, except maybe if you do go to like gaming competitions. But other than that, nobody gives a shit about that. And that's a great franchise that had a great system in place that could have continued beyond its life cycle.
Was that from the last one? Was that from the last Mortal Kombat?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Exactly.
I know that Injustice 2 is still doing pretty good.
But that's relatively new. That came out what? Yeah. Less than a year ago?
Yeah. But then again, Monster came out in January, then February, March, April. So
but here's the thing, Mike. We progressed I'm not going to say we are like end game, but we're at the point where we are repetitive. Let's face it. We are doing the same shit day in and day out, and for 90% of the people out there, that doesn't cut it.
See, I really didn't play too many Monster Hunters before, but from what I understand, and if anyone's listening right now and you are a Monster Hunter vet, let me know. That's the game. It's just repetitive monster killing and farming. And it all depends on like who you are. Like for you, that might not be obviously like what you're into. Did you play Warcraft? I forgot. Did you play World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
All right.
But World of Warcraft, here's the thing.
Thanks,
World
Nivis.
of Warcraft put a system in place where the grind yielded a reward of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in the game, you're not wielding. You're not getting a better reward by grinding. I hate to say it, you're not. You're not getting your character is not getting so much better that it's yielding a grind. See, in World of Warcraft, there was such a small percentage to get those weapons for your class or that armor for that class that the grind was worth it. Mm-hmm. Because every time it was so small and you had a group of guys or women or whatever
group of players for
a single task. Yeah. And even when you complete that single task, it didn't mean it yielded the result. And so it kept going. Monster Hunter, you're going into these battles already completely armored, okay? Mm-hmm. You're already there. The only thing you're doing is augmenting what you already have. That's so boring, Mike. That's so boring.
Well, I'll tell you what's boring. Dan getting 5 gems in a row to augment Lloyd's weapon.
Right.
That's where it's getting a little bit annoying. And I don't mind
loot distribution.
Yeah.
Loot distribution.
I enjoy the grind. I enjoy constantly just trying to better yourself and everything. And when it comes to Monster Hunter, getting better armor and everything else. But the problem is just that some of the armor is so all over the place. And it's really annoying because if I want to go and get more like a strong fire resist set, I have to pretty much go and kill a monster that has a lot of fire damage in order to get that type of thing. Like I need to go and kill Legiana in order to get my ice resist set. I can go and I can do a couple other things, but in order to get the gear I need to fight a certain monster, I have to fight that certain monster to get the drops to get the gear to fight him better. Which kind of adds on to the low rank to high rank to tempered.
Okay.
But like my issue with it is just how come I can't mix certain things to get like different like types of gear almost. You know, why can't I have like Valhazak parts with Teostra parts to a point? Like it's like every monster has its own set, and I would like to see some more hybrid type of sets.
I think part of the thing that's strong about the game is part that makes the end game so limiting. So you touch upon like loot drops, right? You talk about like how Dan can get 6 gems and you can get a horn. And for those that don't play this game, it's like saying you just got a copper piece and Mike and Dan just got platinum pieces.
Yeah.
Like
or
it's just
I'm playing a paladin, Dan's playing a rogue. Dan keeps getting paladin pieces and I keep getting rogue pieces, but I can't switch with Dan.
No.
And that's like the frustrating part. Like when Dan was doing the Anjanath and he was trying to get the Anjanath gem, after like 16 tries, he finally
never got it.
Yeah, he finally got it after like the 16th, 17th try. Meanwhile, like, I don't know, I think maybe you or Lloyd got it after like the second.
First.
First?
I didn't have to. I was like, oh, I got the gem. Done.
That's it.
So there's strengths and weaknesses to that system. But to Mike's point, this game does not favor armor mixing. It really doesn't. It doesn't favor you to mix different types of armor to create a new sort of set, because you lose out on what they call armor bonuses, like armor set bonuses.
I haven't got an armor set bonus in a long time. Like the only one I have is like Valhazak's, because I need his resistance. And that's only for when I go against Valhazak. Really,
I don't know. I don't know what to do with the game. Like,
it's
like part of me says, hey, like let's grind to get another set of armor, but other part of me just says, for what? It doesn't make it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like even the grind is worth it, because there's not a scenario in the game where it will be beneficial. And that's the problem. So you compare to World of Warcraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, my armor that I get from, I'm gonna sub tier it, right? Instead of, let's say you have alpha tier, right?
Yeah.
In Monster Hunter, you could have beta gear that you play against alpha, and you get the alpha gear, but the alpha gear doesn't even matter, because the beta gear is still going to get you to even the next part of the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to get the alpha gear. Whereas in World of Warcraft, when you get the alpha gear, there's a progression to it where it's going to get you further into the next portions of the game.
Yeah.
Right now, any new monster that comes out, the current gear that I have is completely satisfactory.
Yeah.
I could stop right now, and I know when the next monster comes out, I'll beat it. I don't need to grind to tempered level 6. I have the gear that I need. That's it. I'm done. Like, that's the point. I mean, I could go to tempered level whatever it is,
mm-hmm.
and maximize my gear, but I don't need to.
I mean, you'll be fine being carried. I mean, you do need to have like. Here's the thing. Let's just say you need thunder resistance. Right?
Okay.
You could go and you can grind out a thunder resistance set.
Yeah.
Or you could just get 3 thunder resist gems. And
I'm done.
It's not the most ideal situation, like to get the full thunder resist set bonus.
I'm
it's
so
better...
sorry to everybody that does not own Monster Hunter right now. But this is
First of all, I'm not sorry to any of you guys who don't own Monster Hunter, because you all should have Monster Hunter right now. Because your Palicos need love, because they ain't getting it from the handler. Because the handler's
no what?
She's
no
a
way.
hussy. She's the worst.
I excuse my language, but that bitch killed my cat so many times.
I know, and my cat still is alive. I don't know how, but
I'm
Handler
so
is the
thankful
worst.
that cat is resilient
Oh.
because that bitch should be reported to the ASPCA, or
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, Hot Croissant, me too. I'm waiting for it to come to PC, and when it does come to PC, as stupid as this is, I'm probably going to start the game over as Ben Monshine and show everybody what
True monster hunting is.
Then I'll do that. But
And I'm out of this is the problem, Mike. I'm out of alcohol. This is what this game does to me.
oh wow, you just piled through that.
Yeah.
But no, like let's just say you're going against Karen, which is Thunder. You can go and get Thunder resist armor and then put the gems in there and be like 100% like super ready for things.
Hi,
Or-
everybody. Welcome to the Monster Hunter World podcast with Mike and Andrew.
Where your HR rank has to be above 50 to listen. Otherwise leave.
My HR rank is on my dating profile.
I see my goal. I like to do monsters by myself just to be able to do that. And for that gives me a reason to keep on grinding. If you don't mind being in a group all the time and relying on everyone else and just bring enough stuff where you're not going to die and you could be helpful, that's, I think those people are at their cap right now where you can contribute, you can survive, and you can be part of a group effectively.
Right.
I'm just selfish and I don't like people, and I want to be able to do everything on my own to have like a giant e-peen, and that's it. So that's why I like to keep on playing. I mean, it's getting
But
to the
that's
cusp.
not an effective. But
Nope,
I get it.
I'm just selfish.
That's like a
I'm
you.
selfish.
That's a you. That's a you
That's
gaming
me.
thing.
It
because
appeals to me.
There's no way you should make a game where it should be. It's good to play single player. The progression should never be single player to multiplayer, back to single player.
No,
That's not a smart gaming progression at all.
I just did multiplayer just to get help with a couple of things like stupid wind dragon.
Because he's a selfish.
Fuck that guy. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, everybody, let me introduce you to the HR specialist. Her name is Layla. She works very hard.
I need my therapy dog.
This is Is that what this is? Is she your therapy dog?
Yes. I need
Is she
to
your
calm down.
emotional support animal?
Yes.
Oh, you want to see my emotional support animal?
Is it the Galactus behind you?
It's this Capri Sun fruit punch, which is what I'm all about. Oh, Nightingale wants to see her face. There you go.
Hold on.
Okay, guys, we're gonna take a
There we
Layla
go.
break.
This message is sponsored by Shiba Inus.
There you go. But
This is how we retain our female audience.
there you go. And we just shot up to 300 viewers. Layla, speak. I think Layla's about to go to bed.
Oh, Layla is ready.
She is exhausted. Look at those eyes. She's had a hard day at work.
She's not gonna speak.
You can't type out speak and have Layla speak.
She only speaks Spanish. Don't you know this?
Okay.
¿Qué? Hola. Hola, Layla.
Well, she didn't respond, so that's kind of mean of her. Whatever, she'll be fine. Anyway, everyone should go buy Monster Hunter, and if you are going to get it for PC, we'll play together. I promise.
Yeah. Mm.
So, Andrew, while you have your emotional support dog, let's talk about Jessica Jones.
Oh my God! Thank God I have the dog with me.
So I finished it, and from episode 9 on, when it ended, it's like, how is there more episodes? And they still found a way to drag it. Just
This
on.
That's what did I tell you about season 2, Mike?
You-
It doesn't matter.
You
doesn't
lied.
fucking matter.
You lied a little bit.
What? What did I lie about?
Very little mattered.
Okay. Nothing. No, I said nothing matters about season 2.
No,
I believe that's what I said.
you said nothing matters in season 2. Yeah,
It doesn't. That season was a waste of time.
it actually got me to dislike Jessica even more, which was huge. I don't know how they did it.
So here's my question: did you force Tori to watch it?
No, I love her too much. No.
She. I need her to stick around.
Yes. I need someone to take care of me. And I can't do this on my own. I need her in my life, and I will never make her watch Jessica Jones. All right?
Here's
When you love someone, you don't want them watch Jessica Jones.
when you really love a woman, you never let her watch Jessica Jones. That's my Bryan Adams.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 1 was way better. So
And when you find yourself contemplating showing her, just don't.
So the beginning of Jessica Jones season 2, I watched the first like 3 or 4 episodes, and I started to like it because it was just getting into a very typical little origin mystery meme and whatever else. Like, it's good. You're gonna love this conversation monster then. And it wasn't that bad. I saw the Toxic Avenger. That was cool.
Yep. It came back.
Yeah, it came back, and I'm like, oh wow, what's happening and everything. And so for those who didn't watch it, again, this is spoiler territory, like big time. Someone is going out killing people from a company called like IGH, or victims from subjects from IGH and people who worked for IGH. And IGH was the company that did scientific experiments who made Jessica Jones the way that she is, along with a couple other people, including one of the best characters ever made, Whizzer, who's this. He looks like the guy from Watchmen at the end, who found the notebook.
I love that his name could be confused with someone that pees really frequently.
That's probably why. He was not. God, I wish he was a doppelganger. You know, just he was too cool. I'll never be that cool as the Whizzer. But he gets killed like right in front of Jessica, and immediately there's this bullshit storyline going on with her and her landlord. Terrible. But it got better. So she looks more into like why people are dying and what Trish has to do, because people that Trish are talking to, like she was the connection. And then you think it's going somewhere big, and then it's just it's boring as hell. You know, they find out who this person might be when they tried to out some doctor. Turns out to be, I mean, should we say who it is? We should probably just say who it is. Right? There's just a super strong woman who meets Jessica in a bar. They get into a fight. She tracks her down, and she finds out who the doctor. Oh my! It's just Jerry Hogarth was the most interesting part. Yes,
the lawyer.
I was very disappointed with Jerry's story for the reason of it. The way it ended, it kind of seemed like they ran out of screen time. Like there should have been more.
She had the best story in the entire season. That's the problem. The show was called Jessica Jones, and it was really the Jerry Hogarth story. Which, don't get me wrong, she had a great story.
Yeah, but
she's not the showrunner.
Thanks, Ben. And hi.
Let's be perfectly frank here. She's not the showrunner.
Like Saul. Better Call Saul. I still need to watch that show. But
Jerry,
no, here's my problem with what happened. My issue that with
Jerry was the longest episode of Law and Order I have ever seen, which is fine. I love Law and Order.
It is good.
Again, we were watching Jessica Jones.
And that's one of the upsetting things. Like in the first season of Jessica Jones, my problem with the whole Trish story is I don't think Trish got enough credit to actually go and like dive into what Trish could have been in season 1. And it's the same feeling for what I have with Jerry in season 2, where her story gets like really good, and it's like they could push it a little bit more, but then Jessica has to come into the show.
Here's my beef. You ready?
I am ready for your beef, sir.
We're ready for some big stinky cow. Why does it seem like every character around Jessica is more interesting than Jessica?
Because she is such an uninteresting character.
She really is.
She is.
Oh my God, that's a great way of looking
at
it.
Really. So Unster said she's a walking cliche, which is 1,000% true.
And you know what's funny about a walking cliche is that cliches don't evolve.
No.
And Jessica Jones did not evolve at all based on what was happening around her.
No, she evolved. By the end of the series, by the end of the season, she was able to have dinner with somebody else.
Yeah, that was
at
that's
the beginning.
progress.
She wasn't able to like make a friend, and at the very end, she made a friend.
Hashtag, what's a live once thing?
YOLO.
YOLO. Hashtag YOLO.
Well, she also got rid of her.
Hashtag Jessica Jones YOLO.
But in the spirit of making a new friend, she also lost her best friend and the guy that she worked with, who went completely above and beyond what he was supposed to do for her. Malcolm, right?
She killed somebody. Yay. Like,
Don't just save that for me, girl.
I mean, here's the thing. Now, granted, I will never know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what it's like to kill somebody. I'm not going to say I do.
No.
But her story about killing somebody is completely unbelievable. I don't believe 2 seconds that her emotions and what actually happened correlate. I just don't.
No.
I don't believe it. I got that from Punisher. I definitely don't get that from Jessica Jones.
No. With Jessica Jones
just doesn't make sense.
when she killed that guy, she was on the verge of being beaten. She was blinded by mace, right? She had no idea. She couldn't see anything. And a random swing killed this dude. It's not like he was innocent. She found evidence of him pretty much killing people. She knew he was abusing her mother, but she acted as if like she killed the wizard.
Yeah.
You know?
She acted like she killed some innocent bystander's child.
Like if Vito, when he was out on the window, if she accidentally pushed him out, that's how I thought she would feel. Even worse. But the fact that she accidentally killed someone in self-defense that was a murderer who was seriously abusing her mom and probably would have killed her mom? No. The only good thing about that is I was going to say Killface. Kilgrave.
Kilgrave. See,
Kilgrave came back.
So
that was
Mike,
the best part.
That was the best part about season 2, everybody.
Yes.
That they actually found a way to bring back David Tennant to save what little attraction this season was.
Let me ask you this, Andrew. When David Tennant first came back, did you feel from the camera angles, because you couldn't really see his face too much or his mouth move, that they got some stand-in doing David Tennant's voice?
No.
The first 3 scenes, like you couldn't actually see his face, and I'm like, please don't tell me they got someone to stand in as Kilgrave.
No, it was him. I agree.
No, it was him. But like the first 3 times you see him,
okay,
you don't see his face. But then like 15 minutes into it, you actually see him talking and everything.
I didn't get that feeling, but
I got nervous. I'm like, this is
you got nervous
because I'm like, this is too good to be true.
Shit. They VO'd him.
Yeah, I know they VO'd or something, like he was going to come back just briefly, but he was there for
I just
2
made
episodes?
that up, everybody. That's voiced over. There you go.
You created VO voiceover.
VO'd.
Yeah,
I created that term.
That's what I think so too, Unster, where they kind of like they weren't fully introducing him when you first saw him the like first 2 or 3 times, because he was still manifesting. So maybe I
think the director said, we need to put David Tennant in this because this is some slow ass shit.
Oh my god. So in this show, the person who's going around killing everybody turns out to be the mom. Like Jessica's dead mom coming back from the dead. Super cliche. And she was saved by Dr. Awesome, who also saved Jessica. And it was this guy who had these crazy medical ideas, who, according to him, was trying to save the world and accidentally gave Jessica and her mom like super strength. The mom got super aggressive. Jessica got drunk and whorish.
She got super drunk.
She got super drunk.
She got super alcoholism.
Yeah.
And the mother got super aggressive.
Yeah. And honestly, this doctor seemed like he was a good guy. Just
and here's a joke/spoiler. And Trish got probably super passive aggressiveness.
probably. That's terrible. And that's honestly one of the other. I mean, we're gonna get into that spoiler too.
Are you disappointed with Trish?
I'm disappointed with Jessica Jones not letting Trish go through this. Like, okay. Oh my God, hold on.
Okay. You know what you need? You need a Shiba Inu.
I do need another juicy juice. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Guys, this is serious. He's getting another juicy juice.
I'm getting another pouch juice. This is big.
He's got another pocket full of sugar.
Do you want to? I still have a lava cake, Tori. I'm still good. I have one more. Actually, you have 1.5. But thank you. Her mom is basically Jessica times 10 with immense anger. Yeah, it's exactly. So you find out that the mom is going around killing people because of what the doctor did. What was his name? Ken? Keith? Kevin?
Kumail.
No, it wasn't Kumail.
No.
Kyle? So anyway, the doctor turns out to be Jessica's mom's new husband or something like that. And the mom knew that if people, Carl, there you go. Oh, because I was making coral jokes.
We went everywhere except for Carl. Oh. Samsonite. I was way off.
Way off. So it turns out the mom is going around killing these people that are connected to Trish about the story about IGH.
Okay.
Because she didn't want people finding out about Karl, what he did, and then wanting to get superpowers or something like that, which is what Trish wanted. Trish got a super inhaler, and I don't know why she thought that this inhaler was like the pot that never stops cooking. You know,
yeah, like didn't she realize like
it was a used inhaler?
Stop?
Yeah, it was a used inhaler, and it's not going to be like infinite. You know, it runs out, and the other doctor was using them to try to make super. Yeah, you know the other, and that's it. Karl, the doctor who was behind all this research, was the only person not trying to make weapons, not trying to do anything bad. He was trying to help people. The reason why Jessica and her mom were alive is because he wanted to save people. That was his goal. And maybe written somewhere in some weird lore, something else was happening. But yeah, he wanted to go and help and heal people through gene modification, splicing. And I honestly don't think he really wanted anything. He just wore old 70s band shirts. You know, that's it. And he went to the aquarium and he talked about octopi, whatever. Also, by the way, I'm very upset at the end of the episode where they banged the aquarium. And I'm like, oh, shit's going to go down. And then it's just outside. Like you smashed an aquarium and you're not even going to let me see what happened. Yeah, I thought he was a villain too. They gave him that villain vibe at the beginning. But then it's just like
I don't know if that was an effective tool. Let's I mean, I understand what they're trying to go with it. They were trying to make him seem like this we found our Cobra commander. But he ended up not being a Cobra commander.
No, he ended up just trying to be someone to help people.
He ended up being like a really nice guy.
Yeah. And it's like
I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, wait, so he's kind of like a chill dude. Like
and Jessica's like
have lunch
consistently mad. He's evil. I'm never let anyone do to me what he did to me, or like she didn't want anyone to suffer like she did.
That was the problem. Her argument was totally blown out of proportion.
Jessica didn't want anyone on the verge of death from a car accident to be healed, survived, and then given some sort of enhanced ability. Because it's a curse because she's a terrible person. How selfish and shitty is Jessica Jones?
She's the shit character in all this.
She is and she just kept going, you're trying to do. Why would you stop a surgery from happening midway? Okay.
I see where you're going to try and go with this. All right. But here's the basic reality of life. All right. That guy saved lives. Did he make a mistake In the process, yes. But his intent all along was completely justified. There is no way you can argue that this guy, given the side effects, did something bad. You can't argue it.
And
He did not do anything bad. The consequences are bad.
Yeah.
The process may have been flawed, but frankly, if given the choice to save family members with an experimental treatment, is always a yes.
the crazy thing is, if you liked Jerry Hogarth's story, she went with an experimental treatment that might have killed her. One of the treatments was actually to kill her. So what is the difference between what Jerry was looking to do with doctors than what Karl was looking to do? Jerry was looking to try to find some unconventional way to save herself. And Karl was trying to find ways to do it. To a point where it's just like, now that I'm thinking about it,
Hi, Layla.
what if Jerry found Karl? You know,
Right.
like you have people like Trish who are so obsessed with power that wanted to be able to do something helpful, where she was trying to go and get something out of Karl. Meanwhile, Jerry was the one who really should have been looking for Karl, because Karl would have wanted to help Jerry, because Jerry was dying.
Can we address something about the Trish story that I don't
Please.
think is...
Please.
It's just way too confusing. Trish's story is a villain story. It's not
It
a
totally
hero
is.
story.
It's not. Because if you want to go with the saying of something, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, it applies to Trish in this season 100 times more than it does with Karl. Because Karl might have been doing paperwork on his research, but he was not going and getting extra victims. He was not trying to go and experiment on other people. He did secretly want to go and try to do things, but his number one priority was to help Jessica's mom. The entire time, he pretty much stopped his research to find ways to cure the mistake that he made. And the way that Trish was going, she was getting people in trouble. She was getting people almost killed, lying to her friends. She knocked Malcolm out, put him in a trunk in order for her to get a taste of this power to try to help somebody. You know, what is all that supposed to do?
I hate to tell you guys, but that's not a hero story. That's not an admirable person. Oh, there's the bourbon talking. That's not an admirable person. That is not a story about someone that has good intention.
No.
Nor is it someone that you want to be in a position to make decisions about people's lives. And here's the thing. They kept painting her in this series as a hero. And that's the issue. That's a huge issue for me. That her story that her story is still sort of trying to be written as if, well, she's a good guy. She's not.
The way she got it. No, I don't. They were painting her as someone obsessed. Yeah, I agree with them. They were painting her like she was trying to be a hero, and they were trying to do a little bit of painting as a hero, but they definitely let it known that she was an addict and she was hurting the people around her in order to get this type of power.
I shouldn't say they were painting her as... They were painting her so gray that I don't know what the right... I'm trying to find the right words for this, because they didn't paint her as a villain, they didn't paint her as a hero, but they're not even painting her as an anti-hero. They're painting her as this person that had some justification for what she was doing. Chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think that's a good one for her.
She's just chaos. Her
She is.
character is chaos.
And
And frankly, here's the problem. Jessica Jones is just as chaotic as her. I don't need another one.
she's
I don't need another dilemma infused character.
Jessica
I got
Jones.
Jessica.
She
Got it. Done.
If you had to do an alignment for her, she would be chaotic Debbie Downer.
Chaotic whiner.
Yeah, that's her. And honestly, one of the only good things to come out of Jessica Jones's mouth was when she told Trish, "You did more with a radio show than you could ever do with superpowers," which Trish had so much power with that radio show that she had, where she was able to go and get connections, reports, and just get the word out about certain things and have her own narrative get out there. And she didn't see how she could be helping people like Jessica. She was too obsessed with this bullshit.
So I'm hoping everybody watches Jessica Jones season 2 now.
It's so annoying. Oh my god, especially when Jessica just keeps blaming him for everything.
Here is
I'm
here's
hearing
an interesting take on this season, right? This is an interesting season from the standpoint of how do we define heroes? How do you write heroes in today's day and age? Because at the same time as we are bitching and moaning about how they're writing these characters and how they're communicating the intentions of these characters, it's just as interesting to examine what's the heroic spectrum anymore. Because frankly, it doesn't seem like any of these characters are heroes. And I have a problem with that from a comic book comic book just fan as a child and reading about what heroes are what they're supposed to be, heroes, how they're trying to paint them in today's life. But the art, I have a tough time because there's an idea in my head of what you want to tell as far as a heroic story, right?
Yeah.
You want to see a role model somewhere in this color spectrum of villain versus hero.
Yeah. And I'm agreeing with Unster where it's like they're trying to develop them into heroes, but showing the journey of all the shit that they have to go through. Where in the end, this is a superhero show that isn't about any heroes. Because in my opinion, the only real hero, the person who's the most heroic in this entire season 2 of Jessica Jones is Dr. Karl. Dr. Karl had great intentions, tried to help people, made a mistake, and dedicated the rest of his life trying to fix this one mistake, while also trying to perfect the process. And that was his goal was never to make weapons. And he just kept getting shit on like constantly. You know,
but if you're not making a show about heroes, and this is where I'm getting a little annoyed with today's take on comic book characters and everything of the such. Okay, if you're not making a show / comic book about heroes, and you're not making a show / comic book about villains, what are you making a show / comic book about? And it's really tough for me to say to somebody now in today's day and age, hey, you should go pick up a Marvel comic. I can't recommend it to somebody. Because here's the thing about and this is a personal belief.
What's up, Calf?
Relatable is different than role model. I don't need someone to reflect my life.
I don't think
as much as I can call myself a good person, there's shitty qualities about my life.
I'm always calling you Calf. There's a lot.
When I read these books, I read about aspiration, not relatability. Whoa, that's a quote right there.
Yeah, I don't think they tried to really do anything with Jessica. Like, here's the thing. I don't think they were trying to do like a superhero story
There are no perfect human beings.
That's right. And
that is correct.
And these superheroes, they're just human beings. A lot of them are in the first place.
They're not superheroes.
No, Luke Cage was a human being. Jessica Jones was a human. Both, experimented on and everything else, and they both have flaws. But the problem is that I don't want to watch a person on TV with the amount of flaws that Jessica Jones has, especially when there's so much stuff happening to her.
This is a good conversation. I like this.
Yeah, there's so much stuff happening in Jessica Jones.
We just pressed the happy button.
Okay, so Unster was saying it's about the journey. I don't think Jessica took a journey. I think her journey was in a roundabout where she refused to take on an exit, where she was going forward, and then it's just this circle, and she refused to learn about anything. If she's a reflection of society not progressing and always being a negative Nancy about bullshit and not having an open mind, then yes, she's a perfect example of society, if that's what society is. Not all the time. I agree.
Though. Okay, here, Calf, I'm gonna spin your argument a little bit because I like this argument about how we are adapting comic books / Marvel heroes DC. Okay, this is sort of my argument that has always been the case with Marvel versus DC. Marvel tells stories about people with extraordinary abilities, but they are not heroes. DC tells stories about heroes that have to humanize. And that's how I see the difference between these two different publishing styles.
What do you mean people with abilities? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yes.
Where DC is more like people with abilities as opposed to some people with abilities.
is about the ideal adapting to the reality, whereas Marvel's is the reality trying to justify a superhero lifestyle. DC's not cookie cutter. I'm going to argue against that. Marvel's not Jagged Edge. I'm going to argue against that.
I think his argument is right 10 years ago.
My argument?
No, his argument. 10 years ago, his argument I think would be right. Because DC seemed more cookie cutter like 10-something years ago.
Here's what and you can disagree with me, Oster. I'm saying no to you because I'm disagreeing with you, but I'm not saying I'm just disagreeing. Oh, that's not the right way of saying it either. I'm just saying that's not how I see these things. So DC takes these ideas about altruism and throws it into a realistic. So you have altruistic characters, and you have so to say gods, and you implement them into society. And how does it react? I think that's a much more interesting experiment than telling me the realities about life that I know about and adding the fact that someone can lift a car. I don't think that's telling me anything new other than it gets more difficult. I get it. It's not aspiring to me. I aspire that I can live up to a virtue that may be more perfect or more ideal than the one that I exist in. And now that may be a flawed way of thinking about a flawed way to try to live someone's life. But that's why I love DC more than Marvel. It's because there is a point, there's an idea that we can try to strive for, even no matter how difficult it is. I'm sorry, I'm not reading all these comments right now. They're just flying in. No matter how difficult it is to achieve them. But Marvel takes it from the opposite approach, as if, well, you're already human. Let's add some more difficulties to your life, such as superpowers. Or let's add more difficulties to your life, such as, well, your new superpowers have to adjust your way of thinking.
You can't do everything you used to because of these powers. You now have to change. I think
I'm not Unster. And I'm sorry for all the comments. I really am. I did not read that.
A lot of these were from T3G Media, and one of them was just like, he said, to quote Batman, the last time you inspired anyone was when you died to Superman.
Right. Unser said, it's like magic. Powers don't solve problems. If anything, they create more.
Yeah, magic always comes to price,
But
and things
I,
like
I
that.
think we're coming. I think there's an interesting point to that quote, or I don't know if that's a quote. What I see in these shows is we're talking about role, and maybe not, but I was hoping that this whole realm of what we call today's comic book realm is to create role models. It's create aspirations for people. And I don't trust Marvel in doing that. I don't. I always think that you have to start at this extreme and then make it relatable rather than give me a normal character and try to push their way through as if their way is the right way of doing it. Because I think that there is a flaw in that. Everybody's different. Everybody's individual as far as their journey to try to strive for the aspiration. But you have to know what that aspiration is.
Yeah.
I don't, and that's just that is my opinion about that, about the strongest difference that I see in the DC versus the Marvel universe. I love this show, by the way.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite shows.
This is it.
I am
Talking about comics and morals.
Oh my God! Tell me about it. This is like philosophy 101.
Yeah. There's a lot of good points that a lot of people are making. Us just making good points. Caf is making good points. T3 is making good points. You guys should watch my show. What's yours tomorrow?
Tony Stark's journey. Okay. I will tell you the difference, and this applies to every DC character versus Marvel character. And this will apply to Batman. This is why Batman is always more powerful than Tony Stark. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. If you take away DC characters' powers / abilities, they are still heroes. That's it. Batman started out as a hero before he became Batman. Superman, if you took away his powers and left him as Clark Kent, oh, I love it. T3, I love that you just said it correct because that's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Or maybe he's saying you're so incorrect. You're correct so much that you're inside the correct. Bruno, he was a damaged.
Here is. Okay.
That depends on which Batman story you went to.
Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark. Tony Stark had to evolve out of the position of being a shitty human. Bruce Wayne, though screwed up as he is, started out in a mindset of, I don't want to say altruism because that's not the right word. Victimhood is not the right word either because that's different interpretations of the comic book. That's very different connotations of Batman. You're talking about probably 2000s Batman. But Batman's core was always a path of correcting a wrong. Did Tony's start was a correction of wrong? Oh, you think so? Please explain.
Well,
please explain Tony Stark's story. You're talking about a whiny man-child too. Tony Stark is just as whiny as Mr. Wayne.
If you just want to base things off of like the Iron Man movie, up until the point where Tony Stark,
he didn't.
Up until the point where
if Tony Stark never got abducted, he would continue on his ways.
If I watched Iron Man a couple of days ago, he was telling the reporter like peace is controlled by the person with the biggest stick, and he was saying, you know, you need to have war and everything else, and that's what his father believed in, and he was very set in that war way, no regret about anything. He liked helping the crops. He liked having the medicine research and everything else that he was doing, but he was still all about making weapons. And even he knew that it was a balance. In order to go and help people, you needed to go and make weapons. But then after he was abducted, then he's like,
I love it.
Then he's
I
like,
love it.
no.
This is like popping my cherry right now.
Yeah, but like Tony had a balance before he was abducted. I'm just talking about the Iron Man movies timeline. Then once he got abducted, he dropped the weapons part and he went full helping people and stopped weapons. If he never got abducted, he never would have stopped making the weapons. That's just true. Up until that part.
Here's my question for you, T3, because maybe this will help my. If Bruce's parents were never killed, do you think he would turn out to be an asshole?
Actually, Andrew, what about the comic where Selina Kyle was switched with Bruce Wayne?
I don't know that one.
I have that at home. Next time I go back to New York, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Where Bruce actually turned out to be crazy after that. But Selina was pretty much in Bruce Wayne's position.
Superman's a very different story. And I think Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark's story is a very interesting dynamic. But I don't want to mix. I just saw a comment about Superman. Superman's story, I believe, is a very, very different story from a lot of the other DC stories. So I don't want to really mix that one up.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope people agree with me. It's not comparing apples to apples, in fact.
Yeah, one of the problems with Batman is such a long-term character where he was made so long ago. There's so many different, though similar, stories of how Batman became and different like little twists and turns. His parents were always killed and whatever else. But like after his parents were killed,
T3 is just writing a storm right now. I love it. I guarantee you his fingers are bleeding.
considering the current timeline, you have to remember Martha Wayne dumped. I didn't even know that about any of the current timeline about them having a second kid, or Bruce being the second kid from the way that's worded.
Entitled rich kid, correct. I get entitled rich kid, but do you think he would have been a bad person? Entitled rich kid is completely different from bad person, in my opinion.
How about this for a question?
Okay.
Is there any Batman timeline where Batman happened first before he started helping people, as opposed to Bruce helping people before Batman was created, as opposed to Iron Man, where did Tony Stark start helping people before Iron Man was created? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
I sort of understand it. Yeah.
Like, was there ever a timeline where with Bruce Wayne that Batman happened first before he started to help people? Because in all the Batman stuff that I've read and all the timelines I'm familiar with, Bruce Wayne started to help people and then he became Batman. Like, he was a masked vigilante that turned into Batman.
I love Green Arrow, by the way. Green Arrow is also, I think, such a unique tale as far as the dichotomy between the differences between a Batman and Green Arrow. Because the Green Arrow, I think Green Arrow is more similar to Tony Stark than Bruce Wayne is to Tony Stark.
I think Green Arrow and Tony Stark are like near exact same person.
Yes.
It feels like. Danny Rand doesn't count. He's not even a real person.
Danny Rand is a subpar character as far as not that how they're writing him now, but when he was originally created, he was sort of a subpar character, and that's sad because they were trying to make a Bruce Wayne out of Mr. Iron Fist. So he is. I'm telling you, we're T3. We're gonna send you Band-Aids and gauze strips for your fingers because you're obviously like feverish, and I love it. I love that we invoked some sort of passion out of somebody.
Let's take just a 2-minute break. Let me talk to T3 for a second. This is nothing you need Hawkeye to explain myself. Here's my explanation. I've watched like cartoons and I've movies and I've maybe read like 5 comic books in my life. So when it comes to me and Batman, when did Bruce Wayne start helping people? After Bane broke his back at the stock market. So wait, but
when did Bruce Wayne start helping people? Bruce Wayne didn't start helping people. Bruce Wayne started to change a system.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing for you, but that's how I view it.
Bruce Wayne and Jim had very similar.
Jessica Jones. Here's the bring it back. You want to bring it back to Jessica Jones? Okay.
Can I make one point?
Jessica Jones has no compass, in my opinion, that remotely reflects morals or sensibility. And that's the problem. I think you have more character coming out of Jerry, out of Trish, out of what's his Dr. Carl, even out of drug-induced sidekick Private Eye than Jessica Jones.
We all know that, Calf. It's no secret. So Andrew,
and that's the issue. That's the issue. That's my issue with season 2.
I'm going to need to take a quick bathroom break, but while you talk to this guy about it, I just want to say this. Andrew, say something. Andrew, you knocked your cord again. You can't hear you, Andrew. Look, for everyone who's listening right now, you're gonna have to hold on a sec. Andrew has a bad wire. As soon as I can hear you, Andrew, I will let you know. I'll give you a thumbs up when I can hear you. No, Andrew is so heated right now. He wants to talk so bad. About T3, let me ask you this: if you guys watched, still nothing, Andrew. If you guys watched Jessica Jones, regardless of who she was, I don't like watching a show for 13 episodes that are an hour long, where at the end, 0 change happened to the character of Jessica Jones. Like, who's a B-list hero? How much you don't like Batman? Batman is annoying at times. I'll tell you this. I don't think Batman is super great. I like him because he's flawed and he's so cynical. But I still like him a lot more than Jessica Jones. Because episode 1, JJ did not care about others. Look at Andrew is freaking out right now because he can't say anything. I mean, I didn't accidentally hang up on Andrew. Hold on. No. Andrew's still there. No, Andrew. Unplug everything.
Okay. I'm
going,
I
hear you.
I'm going to webcam now.
Oh.
Mike, I don't care. All right.
He's
drunken Andrew talk.
God, I'm going to the bathroom.
Go. Pinch a loaf. It's fine.
There. Start talking, Andrew.
I don't know where I have to begin. Has much more character than Rorschach. Okay, because wait, I'm missing too many things. I love how we just created a Marvel versus DC conversation, because these are my favorite conversations to have with people. Because I don't think there is enough realization between the two different styles. I think that Marvel and DC go a lot more beyond their characters. And Tithi, I'm so sorry that you're not in you have to type this, and I understand how frustrating it is, but this is my show, so get out of here. Look, when it comes to Batman's very interesting as far as what Iron Man could ever be.
because we have seen Batmans written by different people over a longer period of times that reflect different ideas about what Batman represents and what Batman's ideals are. Okay. I think that a lot of people that have, are of the Batman of today don't realize that Batman used to kill people. Hate to say it, that rule didn't apply to Batman. And Batman's a very complicated subject to compare to Marvel in a general sense, but we try to do it anyway because we all have this idea of what Batman represents or what Batman is to a superhero, or if you don't want to call him a superhero, I can understand that too, but just a hero in general.
Andrew,
yes,
I'm going to cut you off. Here's what I want to do. I want to end the podcast because it's at 1 hour and 45 minutes. So here's my idea. Ready? Just hold on to yourself, Unster. Hold on to yourself, T3, and Calf, and everyone else. Here's my plan. I want to do an outro. I want to say thank you, everyone. I want to plug our shit. Tell them where to go. And then after this, we're going to keep recording. Go to their twitter.com/Toyrage. Please follow us there, along with Facebook. Instagram is Toyrage Reviews, where Andrew's in charge of, so don't expect to be updated. And youtube.com/Toyrage, where we upload these the very next day, or sometimes the day after or a week after. Who knows? You can also go to Spreaker or the iTunes Store, Play Store. We have an app there as well. And we'd really appreciate if you guys go download, check out all of our stuff. Go to Teespring. Check out our Discord as well, which I think is linked to Twitter. And just to stay up to date on everything. So what's going to happen now is we're going to end the podcast. And after this, I'm actually going to upload a bonus, like a part 2 of this, where I would like to try to bring Unster, T3, either one or both, into the voice call for Discord, so you guys can actually go and really, really hash it out with Andrew. So before we do that,
a drunken Andrew,
a pre-hungover Andrew.
I was drunk in future terms tonight.
He was drunk yesterday in the future. So, Andrew, if you need to go get a refill or anything, we're going to do that after the show. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been 1 hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours of this stuff.
I'm sorry, because I rambled, but thank you so much for sticking around.
It's Mike.
And trust me, this is a very good conversation to have, especially if you are trying to, if you have young kids, and this is a different ideals about, how do you want to progress as far as how do you want to teach your kids the world, like ideals of the world? Because some kids will attract to either this Marvel or DC universe, but you have to also educate them about how these universes are built. And they are very different. But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate tonight because this pushed a very, really interesting philosophical button for me. Because I have these conversations with a lot of people. Sometimes they disagree with me, sometimes they agree with me, and I'm talking about outside the show. Yeah. But they're always meeting.
And it's always good to have that conversation. So before we get into anything else, I am Michael Gingrasso.
I'm Andrew DeLucky.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.